I'm Lauren Kelly.
And I'm Chelsea Beers, and you are listening to...
It's ApPARENT. Because for some people, it's just not obvious.
A weekly podcast where we discuss and laugh about parenting, all the joys and sorrows, and all the special parts of us that died as individuals. While drinking booze.
Cheers! Chelsea, why are you laughing? It's the most you've laughed all day already.
It's 9 a.m. So Lauren...
What?
Can't handle
Whatever. I just told her that I'm starting a weight loss challenge on Monday.
No, that's not why I'm laughing. Don't you dare switch this around. So Lauren, she puts a sign on her door that says that she's recording when we're recording, so that nobody comes in, stops in, knocks on the door.
AKA Grandma.
Thank you, Grandma. Brings leftovers. So anyway, she, did that, and then that reminded her that she's expecting a package, and she goes, oh, I'm expecting a package, and she was so excited. She goes, it's these energy drinks. And I was like, that sounds like the most sketchy thing I've ever heard.
It's not at all what I sounded like.
Yeah, it was. It was like, so she's expecting these energy drinks, and they're like the healthy ones filled with B vitamins, but it's called Heat, and she's like, I think it's a pre-workout, like it heats your body up. And I've never seen her speak of anything with so much passion.
That's BS. I speak about a lot of things with passion, but I am excited about these energy drinks.
She's so excited.
I am excited.
It's just really, really cute.
I've been working out so much that I've realized a difference between when I have coffee or an energy drink or nothing, and just like water and a little bit of fruit or whatever.
Yeah.
And I legit burn at least 120 calories more when I have coffee or a workout drink. Even if I don't finish it, if I just have a few sips.
Really?
It literally makes a difference. Now, I work out first thing in the morning.
Right.
So it's
So would you have coffee and then work out at 7 in the morning? Is that what you would do?
Yeah, except I actually work out at 6 o'clock most mornings, sometimes 5.
So you would have coffee at 5 in the morning,
mm-hmm.
and then go work out? See, I couldn't do that. I'd probably throw up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't drink multiple cups like I do if I don't drink multiple cups, but I bring my coffee with me in the car, and I take a few sips while I'm on my way, and
yeah.
And then I'm ready to go.
Wow.
I have come close to throwing up a couple of times, but that's more because of the workout than it is because
I always took that as an I'm doing so good. You know what I mean?
I'm about to vomit.
Right. I always looked at that as a victory. Yes, I feel nauseous. I don't know why to me it just was I made it. I have no idea. Maybe I'm doing it wrong.
I don't know. No, it's true because you're really pushing your body to the limit at that point. But for me, what makes me feel really good is when I'm sweating.
Oh, yeah.
There's some workouts that you don't sweat, like regular yoga. I can't do regular yoga. It's got to be hot yoga.
Oh.
Because hot yoga, you're sweating within 3 minutes. Right. And then I'm like, okay, I'm doing something, holding this downward dog.
Right. I don't know. I view sweating differently just because, I sweat all the time. I'm just
on a normal day.
Right. Just going to the bathroom. It's oh God.
Hand me a tissue.
Right. I'm just ugh. So yeah, I don't know. It's never my goal to go and see how sweaty I can get, because then I'm ugh, then my car's horrible, and then I have to I don't know. I just view it. I view sweating like I do going to the beach. Everyone thinks going to the beach would be so great. Let's go to the beach. It's this destination. We're gonna have so much fun. And then I'm the one who's but I'm gonna be chewing sand for 17 days after this. You know what I mean? I'm gonna find sand and crevices that I didn't know I had.
No kidding. Yeah.
So I don't know. I view it very differently. I don't know. Maybe that's because I'm a mom now and I just hate everything. Maybe that's why.
You're right.
I look at everything and I'm it's such a mess.
You know what you do really good at though, and I don't know if I've told you this.
What?
Some parents will like not go somewhere with their kid because they are like, oh, I got to take them in and out of the thing, then in and out of the cart or in and out of the stroller. And you take Chance everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's like he's your pocketbook. Like,
Right.
come on, I'm going to the store. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, I love that because he gets
Yeah.
out and he does like normal life things.
Yeah.
And he looks forward to it.
But I
and it
also-
doesn't really slow you down.
No. Because I want him to know, what the store is, and if this store doesn't have a cart, you need to hold my hand, and
Right.
I want him to know how to function in public because I feel like a lot of kids don't have that discipline.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't know if it's because their parents don't take them to the store very often or because they don't know how to discipline them in the store or whatever. But a lot of kids don't have that knowledge of how to behave in public.
Right.
And
No,
so-
he does good. When we took him to, where did we take him?
Chevy's.
We took him to Michael's.
Oh, Michael's, yeah.
To start looking for stuff for his birthday. P.S. Michael's is not legit for certain birthday party things.
Oh, man. Oh,
anyway, we'll get started on that in a little bit, but he did really good. He was good at
Yeah.
even picking stuff up and looking at it, and then I'd say like, "You ready to put it back?" And he'd go put it back, and you know,
Yeah.
it wasn't like a screaming fit. Like, I want to take it with me, but
No.
I let him hold it. You want to know why? Because I read this article one time that this woman said people will take their kids to the store and not let them touch anything. And it's always like, don't touch it, don't touch it. But what do we do when we go to the store? We are constantly touching things. I mean, we're picking up stuff on the rack and looking at it, putting it up against our body to see if it looks good, picking up the
Right.
bottle and looking at it. And it's like, you want them to sit there and not touch anything when they're watching you touch everything.
Right.
So in this article, she said, just let your kids touch it. Ask them their opinion. What do you do when you go shopping with your friends? You say, hey, what do you think of this? Is this cute? Ask your kid that. Listen to what they have to say about it.
That's a very poignant. Yeah, it's a point. That's a very good point because
then they'll learn that.
right, and Chance is really good about that. Like he will, grab things or look at things. Ooh, that's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I grab it to put it away, then he gets upset. If I ask him to put it away, he's like, yeah, totally, I'll put that away. But I just wanted to do it myself,
Yeah.
And so yeah, he's definitely learning that, and he's great in public. He's
Well, and I'm the type of person, I'll grab a bunch of stuff, put it in the cart, and then I'll walk back and put them all back because I thought about the fact that I really don't need them or I'm only going to wear it once or whatever.
Right.
I'm probably so irritating to shop with. But I do that. So then, I hope that he would see me do that and realize like
Right.
it's normal.
Right.
Even though it's probably really not normal.
Yeah.
But it
And
saves
there-
a lot of money.
There are definitely some. Even I took him to Target recently, and we went down the toy aisle.
Yeah.
And I was like, I mean, it's not. I can't shy away from this aisle, And so we went, and he was like, oh, and yeah. I mean, it took a little bit longer because he wanted to look at everything and touch everything and hold everything, and then after we put it back, it was like, okay, we're good to go. Okay, thank you. I've had my fill. So yeah, he's yeah. I think just didn't realize. That it was a thing that I take him everywhere. Like I didn't see it as, I don't see that as an option or something.
Right. You have a
special that
kid
I'm
and you
doing.
just,
It's like,
have life. And so he comes
right,
along. And
right.
it is
Yeah. Like life's not going to stop just because I have him for these 4 days, and then Josh has him for 3. Like it's just not going to stop.
Right.
So.
I think that's really healthy.
Yeah.
Good job, you.
Oh, thanks.
That's really healthy.
We're having screwdrivers, by the way.
Because it's early, as you said.
I did say that.
There's only certain drinks you can drink before, I would say, 11:30
That
noon.
is absolutely untrue.
That you can justify it.
No, absolutely not. And I'll tell you why. Here's a story. So I started doing, I don't know if you guys know this, I do trivia nights. And I started doing trivia in Fairfield. So it's every Wednesday night in Fairfield at a place called the Bandwagon Bar, okay? And this bar opens at 6 in the morning.
Okay, that's fucking early.
It's crazy. I've never experienced this in my life. And I lived in New York. So you lived in New York too.
So you're
but it's
talking like this person as a bartender wakes up at 5 o'clock to get to work by 6 in the morning? Or are they just open 24 hours?
No, they're not. The bar opens at 6.
Wow.
So, and I didn't realize this. I went and talked to the
So
lady.
it's literally like a Starbucks, an alcoholic Starbucks.
And that's when they're like the busiest.
At 6 a.m.?
This is what I'm saying.
What do these people do?
These
are they
hardcore? These are people that have like
alcoholics?
literally been going to the bar since like sun was invented. You know what I mean? Like
they must work like graveyard or something.
I don't know. But they go, and then, like, the bar will, like, make them biscuits and gravy. Like, they'll just have, like, buffet-style breakfast foods out in this bar.
Okay, that's it. I want to go to this fucking bar.
I'm telling you.
At some point, just to give it a try.
I'm going there tonight. So anyway, I did my first trivia night there, right? Because their goal is to get younger people. It's a very old crowd. Their goal is to get younger people in there and people that stay past 4 p.m.
Right.
Because
you can't start drinking at 6.
They're wasted. Right. So that's their goal, and that's why they brought me in. So the first night that I went and did trivia there, this girl, I absolutely love her. She started owning the bar in January. She bought the bar. Okay. Right. So she's had it for what is it? March now, so 3 months. Right.
Yeah.
And so she's so excited that I'm bringing trivia there and blah blah blah. She made this platter of like cheeses and meats and crackers, and she put them out with like in the middle of the bar for everybody to eat and just come and pick. And then this following week they got Costco pizzas. And they just put out a spread of pizzas so everybody could eat and everything.
That's
and I'm
fun.
like, this is great. This is so good. They extended happy hour for trivia.
That's
so that,
cool.
And so it's just, she brought me she has a box of prizes I can give out for free and stuff. And so it's just like, it's exciting. But I never thought I'd experience going to a bar at 6 a.m. and seeing people doing shots that are in their 60s. It was fascinating. Like, I want to do a documentary so bad on who these people are.
I don't want to be judgmental, but yeah, like, what do they look like? Did they look like they just got off work and work graveyard, or did they look like?
I mean, you kind of always look like that if you're drinking at 6 a.m. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you kind of.
There's no way to seem put together.
Right.
I don't know, because I know my father-in-law used to work graveyard, so he even now still, and he's been retired for quite some time. He still doesn't really get up until, I mean, he will get up early if he needs to, but it's not his preference. He's still kind of on that schedule of, he's a night owl. He's up at night almost every night, and he'll go to bed, really early morning and then sleep until, 2 or 3 and start it all over again. So, So I wonder if, but it still seems strange. Fairfield, let's do it. I mean, I kind of want to go there at 6 a.m. though and like really chat with these people. I'm down to do a documentary.
You have a workout.
I can take a day off. Call it opposite day, Sadie Hawkins day, and work out in nighttime.
That would be badass to get up at 5 a.m, get on the road. Get to Fairfield by 6 when they open the doors and sit there and just talk to the people that get there when they open. That's fascinating to me.
We should do a show from there.
Oh my God.
6 a.m.
Oh my God. Fuck. Yeah. So,
that's cool.
Yeah.
So if you're in the area, come on out. Wednesday nights.
Trivia, 7 p.m. Bandwagon Bar in Fairfield. Yeah.
Chelsea's trivia is really fun too because you're a comedian, so it's really.
I am.
It's really an interesting. I'm personally not a fan of trivia. I suck at it. I hated Trivial Pursuit growing up. That was my mom's favorite game. So it always made me feel stupid. And trivia
Lauren
sometimes
will
does.
actually be hosting my trivia coming up here.
Yeah, I'm gonna help her out. Yeah, again, opposite day. But the way she does it is it's more of an entertainment. It's free to play, and so you play with groups of 2 to 6 or by yourself really if you want, and you trade for scoring and stuff like that. So it's really just a good, fun night out. So definitely if you're in the area or anywhere near there, you guys should definitely hit it up.
Yeah, it's a lot
Sounds
of fun.
cool.
It's a lot of fun. And this is a cool place. I think this is going to get pretty big, I think. I think it's also one of those bars where it's a destination. It's not like we get a bunch of like foot traffic. Like you have to plan to go there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I think it'll be fun.
Then she does it in Benicia on Thursdays. So
I do.
That's another one. She's not doing it right now. That's why I'm helping her out. And Sydney another comedian's been helping her out.
Yeah.
Because she's been in her show, which is about to be done.
I know. Actually, this comes out the day
next
after
Monday
when we close. We closed yesterday then.
Oh, we closed yesterday then. That's sad. It was a great show though.
Thank you.
It's a great show.
Yeah. It's it was a really important it was one of the most influential theater experiences I've had, I think, in my life. And so it's just, to kind of, make a name for myself in the Bay Area, where I haven't there it is. Bless
Pardon
you.
me.
where I haven't really, laid down my.
I'm looking at the recording, and the sneeze is like so obvious.
Went off the charts. It's like the seismograph for
right. It's like earthquake. I turned my head too. It just doesn't matter. And these sneezes are like crazy.
So yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm hoping that it leads to more theater. I'm hoping that it leads to more gigs. It's definitely got my name out there in ways that I couldn't do by myself. So I'm really grateful for everything that this show has done, all the doors that it's opened. So we'll see. Here's to more.
Here's to more. Cheers. We haven't even cheers today.
Oh, that's right. God,
we're overdue.
Tired. What is happening?
You're tired. I feel good. I've been up since 6 o'clock.
Shocking.
I feel good. I like it, getting up early in the morning and going to bed late at night if I have to, but I like a mid-afternoon nap if I ever can, which is very rare that I can.
Right.
But like yesterday I could because it was a day off. And for me, a day off consists of getting all errands and chores done and then working on my skincare business. And then I got a 10-minute nap in the afternoon, and it was like heaven.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do naps.
No, because when you can have the opportunity to nap, you have a bunch of shit you need to do.
Right. Well, and when Chance is napping, that's my one time to get stuff done.
Yeah.
So it's like, actually yesterday, I've never done this, but yesterday I put him down for a nap, and I ended up sleeping with him the entire time.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And I didn't know that I had fallen asleep. Like, he woke me up and kind of just like stirring, and I was like, oh my, I had to check my phone, like, what day is it? Like, I was just like,
shit.
So, yeah, but it was really, really good to just like lay there and succumb, and just be like, this is where we're at now.
Bye.
Okay.
Yeah, that's nice.
So, yeah, it was good. It was really good. I like doing that. I like cuddling with him. He's a good cuddler. So, a little smushy.
He's growing up.
I know.
He's going to be 2.
We Skyped with we FaceTimed with my sister yesterday. My sister's in Brooklyn. And it had been a long time. We used to FaceTime like once a week so that she could, see him and catch up with him and get that anti-FaceTime in. And yesterday was the first time in a couple of months that she's seen him. And so he was saying things that she's never heard. He was doing things that she's never seen, and she was just like, oh my gosh,
yeah.
His hair is so long. Whoa, my God. So, yeah, it was really, really special to FaceTime with her yesterday and just catch up because she hadn't seen him in so long. So I know he's getting big. It's crazy how fast it happens.
Yeah, it is. And once kids get big, they start making their own decisions. And that's when it's really scary. Like my kids.
Uh-huh.
They're making their own damn decisions now, and most of them are wrong.
I know. And then, like, what do you do? Like, you have to watch them fuck up. You know
well,
what
yeah,
I mean?
you have to give them some room.
But to an extent.
Well, you have to give them some room.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
My kids decided to leave. They decided to go live with their mom. Well, they decided to go live with their grandparents because that's where she's living.
Right.
And because she bought them phones, and they're not allowed to have phones because they got them taken away here for grades and misuse of them,
yes.
aka porn.
Yes.
And so they are teens.
Was that one of the porn stars' names? Misuse.
Yes, yeah. Probably.
Thank you.
I'm going to Insta that right now. Yeah, so they decided they just didn't want to deal with the repercussions, which, at my house are very reasonable. In my opinion, they're a little too light. You're grounded. You lost your phone. You can't ride your bike for a week,
Yeah, these are very doable.
Yeah, they don't get stoned to death in the backyard.
Right.
Like, it's not, you're not eating for the rest of the month. Like,
right.
It's not bad. But they're teens, and they want to be somewhere where there is no rules. And that is what she allows. Whether she's there for it or not, because she's normally not there from what I understand, they are free to do and say what they want. They don't have chores. They don't have responsibility there. And they can do what they want without any repercussion. Mm-hmm. So them being teens, both of them, want to do that. And they decided they would bring the phones back and hide them from us. And they didn't want to deal with the repercussions of that either. So
wow.
They decided to go. And
So was this a decision that was made out of like a family meeting? Like,
no,
did you?
unfortunately, no, it wasn't. I had absolutely no say in the matter. If I would have had a say, to be honest with you, I would have said, sit on it, don't allow this choice, and call it a day. But I wasn't involved. I was cooking at the time, and this is why I don't frickin' cook. And, you know, their father's kind of at wit's end. I mean, you can only bring a horse to water so many times, and if they don't want to drink it, they don't want to drink it. And to work against their mother is impossible at this point because, of course, they want to go where there's no rules. And if she's going to get them cell phones and say, hide them from Dad and Lauren, and they're going to do that, I mean, that already shows kind of where our home and everything else stays. Who cares the fact that we have been the sole supporters of them for, 4+ years, but technically Danilo has always been the sole supporter of them, financially especially. It's really devastating. And, they're not 18, so yeah, could we go and pitch a fit and make them stay here and chain them to their beds like that one couple did? Yeah, but no, we're not going to do that. Our logic is if that's really where they want to be, and the last time my oldest, Derek, got in trouble, he wanted to go there too. So if that's really what you want to do, go do it. But then the repercussions are going to show at some point. At least we're hoping. And until then, what we are doing is just letting them know we love them, because we do. We love them terribly, and I miss the hell out of them, and I know their dad does too. And Home's here. Home's not going anywhere. They're welcome here. We didn't kick them out.
Right.
They're not kicked out. They wanted to leave, and we just didn't say no.
Yeah, and it's hard because you guys have been the sole providers, in every way, spiritually, emotionally, financially, all of that for what 6 years? Is that it? And so it's been you guys. She's had him 2 days out of every month since then, and so it's like they see that as vacation. They see her as, that's easy street, sweet, no consequences, let's go over there and just do whatever we want. Because they'll let us.
Right, and you remember being a teen, right? I mean, I do. I would have loved, I remember going to this girl's house who her mom would, buy alcohol for everyone and, allow us to have parties every Friday night. And, all the kids were there, and this mom... And I never respected the mom the way that I respected my parents. Right. I mean, I wasn't a disrespectful person to her, but logically looking at her, it was like, gosh, she's a mess.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you kind of see them as like a pushover, like with someone you can walk on.
Right. And I never took advantage of that, but I saw her daughters do it. I saw other people do it, and it was devastating. And I eventually weeded myself out of it because I just couldn't be around anymore. It really kind of disgusted me.
Right.
But that's also me. I'm a very different person than my kids. And we didn't have the social media. We didn't have this other stuff that, the phones is a big deal for them. I mean, we said the phones are going back to your mom's. You can play with your phones that she got you, but you're playing with them or using them when you're with your mom. And that's what kind of drove them to say, well, I want to go with mom then. So really it kind of comes down to the phones.
Right.
But we didn't have that either.
Because there is this level of, addiction that comes with electronics and stuff. And as much as I'd like to say that I'm not addicted to my phone, I think that I have a level of addiction to my phone. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I think all of us do.
And a lot of that comes with, constantly having to keep up with certain things or promote certain things, especially when you're in the entertainment business and you need your business or your livelihood thrives on people showing up.
Right.
To, being an audience. You know what I mean? Like, stand-up comics cannot strengthen their craft unless it's in front of a live audience.
Right.
You can practice a joke all you want in your bathroom.
Right.
But you will not know if it's going to hit home unless you're in front of an audience. And it's just like, to know that is like, man, we're asking a lot of audience members, Right. And so it's like, that it comes down to this level of addiction because I need to constantly be up and promote myself, and I'm a brand.
Right.
Anytime you're any sort of person in the entertainment industry, you are a brand, and you have to keep up on that shit because you will be replaced and pushed aside and on the back burner in a second.
It's true.
And it's, a lot of that comes with that. Now, a teenage land
Oh, it's bad for them.
is
I feel bad for
crazy.
teenagers right now. I really do. I really do. My heart aches. I mean, you hear about all these shootings. You hear about all these.
They don't know what it's like having a life without these social media outlets and all this stuff. Like, they didn't have slam books, or they didn't have these notes that you pass back and forth to each other, check yes or no. They didn't have these things.
Right.
And I'm so grateful that we grew up partially without social media and
for sure. I mean, we didn't even have internet until after we graduated.
Right.
We didn't have the internet in high school. Right. We had computers.
When I had a pager,
but we didn't have internet.
I thought I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I know, and it's going fast. I think for me, I'll be honest with you, the hardest part is, and I haven't even really started to channel any of my feelings because I have just been actively trying to be a support for my husband because he is really hurting right now. He's hurting because this was a decision the boys made. He's hurting because he doesn't feel like he's really gotten much support from his family for it. And so I'm just trying to be, a soft place for him.
Yeah.
So all my feelings kind of go on the back burner, which I'm semi-used to at this point anyway.
Right.
But I really do have a lot of emotions about it. I mean, I miss them terribly.
Yeah.
And, I really don't have any answers as to what. Like I said the other day, jokingly, but it's like real. It's like, am I even a mom anymore? And it's like, oh my God, I literally went from being a full-time mom daily. This was my life to, am I a mom anymore? I mean, I feel like I should be, but am I? I don't know. It's kind of like, holy shit. And of course, the person I said that to kind of laughed and I went, holy shit. That's legit.
Right. Right.
I mean, maybe I was only a mom for 6 years. What's going to happen? And I can go on a tailspin. What's going to happen when they get married? Are they going to go to college? Are they going to contact us to go in their college fund? Right. Are they, when they graduate, what's going to happen?
I mean, I told you this before.
It's too soon to know any of it.
Absolutely. But of course your mind's going to go crazy, because your world has just taken a complete 180. And so it's like, it's going in a completely different direction than you ever saw it going, and it wasn't your choice. So it's like, this is a slap in the face, and it's going to take you a long time to process. So I get it. Like it's a thing, and it's a definite, process that you have to go through. But I did say this to you before, is that you represent one of the most stable people these boys have ever had in their lives. And regardless of if they're contacting you now or reaching out to you now, because they're still kind of in the honeymoon phase.
I think so too. Yeah, they're really enjoying it.
Yeah, I think that you have laid a foundation in them that they've never had before, and I don't think that would ever be replaced or forgotten. And I think that they will come back to you, let's say seeking any sort of advice, you know what I mean? Whether it be something like financial, like, Lauren, what do you think that I should do about this? You know what I mean? Or something that's serious.
Well, they always did that anyway. I mean, I was the one who helped them with homework. I mean,
right.
Lauren, what does this mean? Or I was the one that was asked to help with facial hair. I was the one who was, asked when they had questions about girls. Like they've always kind of come to me for those things.
And that just kind of proves my point of what I'm saying is that they do see you as a rock in their lives, and I need you to just kind of know that that's all you've done that. Thanks, you've laid down that foundation and made them aware of how strong of an ally you are in their lives. Yeah. And it's something, won't go away. It's they know it. Know, of course it sucks that they're not, reaching out to you and saying that to you on a daily basis, but they're also teenagers.
Correct.
So it's like from 12 to 19, they're just assholes.
Just makes me realize really where you stand as a step parent. I mean, you can have all the answers because you're kind of an outsider, and then you can help your significant other, and you can try to bridge the gap between him and his partner, or him and his ex, or vice versa. But at the end of the day, you really don't have a say. And, Danilo apologized to me for not talking with me about the decision to let them go. before he just made that decision. But at the end of the day, even if he did discuss it with me, if that was something he wanted to do, I was going to back him on that anyway.
Right.
I just wasn't allowed the time to process that.
Right.
And I do believe he would have made a different choice if he would have sat on it for a minute, but maybe not, you know? And that's a choice that he made, and it's my job, like I said, to back him because I'm his wife.
Right.
And I'm the kid's stepmom.
Right.
And I don't really have pull or say. I can just do what I've been doing, which is, you know, thank you. I appreciate that. But and I am here, and I do miss them a lot. I mean, I miss really weird shit. Like, I still have food in the fridge. Like, I went shopping and spent $48 because it's only Danilo and me.
Yeah,
and it's like,
I got here this morning, and Lauren, you know, she was making breakfast, and, you know, we poured screwdrivers, and then right before we recorded, she went and handed me a cookie, and she's like, there's still cookies here. There's still cookies here, you know, and it was just like, that's when
those are the things.
Those are the things that become real. Right, exactly. Yeah.
And it's so sad because those are the things that used to bother me, but that's grieving, I guess. That's part of it. It's
yeah,
like,
you
wow.
go through and you remember the stuff that drove you crazy. And, you know, I do the same thing, you know, when I don't have chance. You know, I mean, this is a very different situation, but when I don't have chance for 4 days, you know, because Josh and I switch off from having him 3 days, 4 days, 3 days, 4 days. And if I don't have him for 4 days, that come down to that third day, I mean, I'm starting to lose it, you know, like, what if I don't recognize him? Like, what,
right.
you know, like,
what did he learn when I was gone?
Right, yeah. And if he comes back saying a word or something, I'm like, damn it, I missed that. Like, it's just, you know, it's tough. It's really, really, they have special places.
But they are people, you know, and that's another thing as a parent we've got to do is allow them to be people. And the older Chance gets, he's going to have his own opinions and his own wants.
Yeah.
And
he has those now.
You know, it is important. You know, you talked about you and Josh being able to co-parent and work together. And you guys have been doing that very good and very gracefully. And I don't know if that's because you guys separated before a lot of the animosity took over, and that's not what, you know, Danilo and his ex have, or if there's just constantly been, since they did separate, like really horrible things that's happened. But working together to raise children is so important. And, you know, if she would have backed us on this, I mean, the last main thing she backed us on, it was one thing. It was my oldest getting in trouble. She backed us, and how she backed us was saying, no, you're not coming here because it's a fun house at my house, and I'm not going to be around, so you're not going to be disciplined, so you need to stay there. But on this, she went the exact opposite. And so it is just so important. You guys, if you are co-parenting any children, no matter their age, just seriously, just be on board with making sure that they have support and that both parties and both households are trying to raise them to be decent human beings, you know, and especially at that teenager age, and teenagers, P.S., start way earlier now. It starts at like 11 and 12 years old because of what they're exposed to. And, you know, you just got to do it. And you can't be a fun house. Listen, I hate the fact that we have to be the disciplinarians. I hate that me especially. I got to be a bad guy. I'm a step parent. I should be able to like take them for ice cream and shit. Yeah. You know, but I've had to do it because that's what we're trying to raise is decent people.
But that's where the balance comes in. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there's got to be discipline for sure because they have to know what the boundaries are and when the discipline comes and stuff. But then there also needs to be that reward, you know?
Right, but when it comes from, that's the problem, is that when it comes from one place, always discipline.
Right.
Then they're going to go where the rewards are. And what was being rewarded was not the reward wasn't there yet.
Right.
Not to say that she couldn't give the award. She's more than welcome to.
In your situation, I understand that is absolutely going against what I'm saying. But I'm saying in situations where the household is broken and where, you know, kids are being moved back and forth, that's where, you know, there needs to be in both. This is where the communication of co-parenting, like you were saying, that needs to be, you guys need to be on the same page. There needs to be a level of discipline on both ends. There needs to be reward on both ends because the kids cannot see one parent is being one and one parent being the other, because that's where the disconnect lies, and that's where it's unfair for the parents and for the kids.
Right.
Because then they're going to see each household as serving a different purpose, and that's not okay.
Right.
They need to just see each household as being their sanctuary and where they can go, where they can feel safe, where they follow the rules, where they feel loved, where they get rewarded, where, you know, this is where it all happens. Right. But it needs to happen in both. Yep. So I totally hear you.
It's very frustrating. Well, I appreciate you letting me share that with you. Oh, Lordy Lord.
Well, we're all a big old family here. You guys let me share all the shit I was going through, and, you know, now Josh and I are definitely coming out the other side of that. We're working together. We're talking better than we ever have been. And it's just, we're in a good place, which is phenomenal. So
good. Well, cheers to that.
Yeah.
I'm happy to live on your curtails. I've got one more little sippy in my drink.
All right, let's kill this.
Because you can't cheers an empty drink.
That's true. So there it is. Done.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
To the next episode. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, you can check us out individually on our websites, chelseabierce.com and lauren-kelly.com, to see all the super exciting things we're up to.
And make sure that you like, follow, and share. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter at It's Apparent Pod.
And if you wouldn't mind, please review us. We'd love that.
Yeah, make it count. We out.
Boom. Bye.